getting in underneath Dantomkia. And again, coming in for a flip. Hypershock, getting that big spinner in underneath Dantomkia there. And Velociflippa now trying to flip out Hypershock.
For those who missed last week's episode, we saw Wildcard, the reigning Undisputed Ultimate Challenge champions, vanquish yet another challenger in Chaos 3. And well, tonight's episode is all about finding Wildcard's new challenger, as our main event is Velociflippa, Hypershock, and Dantomkia. All three machines have beaten Wildcard before, and they're now fighting it out once again for the opportunity to run the gauntlet just one more time. And I am sure our reigning champions Wildcard will be watching on very closely. But we have 4 battles to go through before that main event. The first of which, much like last week, is another Tag Team Terror battle, as former Tag Team Terror champions Tornado and Roadkill 2 will be taking on a new team of veterans in Plan B Cubed and Lightning Omega. This is bound to be one right old ding-dong, let me tell you. And the house robots for this week are Toxic Seahorse and Crimson. And after the humiliation the house robots received last week, I'm sure they are more angry and furious than ever before. So hey, let's go down to the arena and let's go into Overdrive.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Oh yes, Roadkill 2 and Plan B Cube. These two have fought only once before in Series 2, but that was under their old designs of Plan B Squared. Not Plan B Squared, the original Plan B and the original Roadkill. Of course, both machines have greatly improved since then, and it's clearly showing as Plan B Cube has already gotten that crushing arm in onto Roadkill 2. I guess behind Diamond Storm and Cyanide, Roadkill 2 and Tornado, I guess you could say, the second favourites for the tag team tournament. They are both former tag team champions. In Tornado's case, a former 2-time tag team terror champion, previously held it with Storm 2. And well, Roadkill's already flipped up Plan B Cube though, self-writing with that very, very powerful Shreemec. It's like a flipper, really, with the power, but it acts as a Shreemec. It really is all about the crusher, the controlling power, and again, getting in a good control to Roadkill 2. Roadkill 2 escapes and tags onto Tornado. Very good maneuver there between the two pushers. And Tornado now slamming Plan B, and I think Plan B is suffering a bit of damage from what 2 on their wings there. Look at that, it's bending, but it's purely cosmetic, but it is bending nonetheless. Tornado getting in underneath Plan B. Plan B getting slammed into the arena wall. Tornado and Plan B also have history in the original Maximum Overdrive. Tornado actually slammed the original Plan B out the arena in the Tag Team Terror tournament. Or was it Storm 2? I can't quite remember. Plan B though trying to get a grapple on Tornado. I don't think they can. They are tagging onto Lightning. Maybe the wedge will fare better here. And there they are. Tornado and Lightning. A match we very nearly got in Series 4, but Tornado were left side-stranded by Full Throttle. At last we get to see it here. The powerful wedge, the winner of pre-Series 1 against Tornado, who's sort of been in it ever since Robot Wars Omega became televised. 2 very good veterans here, or not only of Robot Wars Omega, but of the televised Robot Wars. Tornado comes in with a good slam, and well, we saw them ram Dantomkia out the arena. Very nearly did the same there to Lightning. Lightning able to self-right. Lightning comes in, Tornado tags him onto Roadkill. Now Roadkill's in underneath Lightning, and Lightning gets flipped up and over. And Lightning are in the corner, and they're getting double teamed. And I don't think Plan B's gonna like that at all. They are breaking the rules, and I think the rules have gone out the window. Tornado doesn't like it. Roadkill doesn't like it. Lightning doesn't like it. They're trying to get in onto Tornado here. Come on, we need some order in. We need a rest spot. That's what we need. Plan B goes back to their corner. The 2 legal machines back to going at it. Roadkill pushing and lifting Lightning up and over that 4-bar lifter. This is proving to be a brilliant opener, this is. It's proving to be an excellent match here. Lightning flipped up and over. Lightning self-rights. Plan B comes out now, and Roadkill gets straight in underneath Plan B. Plan B lifted up by that 4-bar lifter, a new addition for Roadkill. And well, we only had 10 seconds left, and this is proving to be an amazing opener here between 4 really solid machines who are leaving everything in the arena. Plan B self-rights, although I think they solved a bit of damage to the Shreemec there. And well, time does run out, and it is going to go to the judges. Cease. It's going to be interesting to see which way the judges' turn. Tornado and Roadkill know the judges all too well. They felt very hard done by the decision in Your House X, which led to them losing their title match against Cyanide and Diamond Storm. Will the judges be more in their favour? Well, I can break it to you now that they are. They've given it to Tornado and Roadkill 2. They go through to the Tag Team Terror Tournament semi-finals.
What an opener to kick off the show. Went right down to the wire. Of course, the judges went for Tornado and Roadkill 2, but still a great effort from Plan B Cubed and Lightning Omega. Great match. And well, we are bound to have another great match coming up, as it is the third of our Mayhem battles. Already through to the Annihilator is Demolition Evo and Turbo 4. And looking to join them are two very powerful spinners in Robot Wars Legends Hypnodisc and Robot Wars Omega Legends Graded Carrot Requiem, as well as the returning Storm 3. Oh boy, let's get this triple threat started.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate. Good battle this is. This will be a really good showcase of Storm 3's durability. And already, Hypnodisc has been flipped up and over by the spinning blade of Graded Carrot. But Storm 3 in underneath Graded Carrot here. Graded Carrot slammed into the arena wall. Storm 3, they want to go, the team said that they want to go solo. They don't want to be in the shadow of their former tag partners, Tornado. Hypnodisc already on their side, and their Streamek doesn't go that way. And well, their Streamek isn't going to be going anyways now. They've been flipped up and over. The Streamek is off. They're out the arena. And that was very, very quick. And already, this Mayhem is back to being a 1v1 between Graded Carrot and Storm 3. And Storm 3, they are looking to get a bit of revenge here. A place in the Annihilators on the line. And of course, the winner of the Annihilator gets a future title shot at the Undisputed Ultimate Challenge Championship. Graded Carrot getting that blade in underneath Storm 3. Storm 3 upended. It'll be great to see Ivan Machine in this. But it isn't going to be Storm 3. That's for certain. Graded Carrot Requiem knocked Storm 3 out as quickly as that. And I thought we were going to be seeing a different outcome. Storm 3 seemed too low for Graded Carrot Requiem. Well, I'm afraid for Storm 3 that I was wrong. Graded Carrot were the ones in the right, and they smashed two good machines out the arena. And well, that was very easy for that ferocious bar spinner now, wasn't it? Cease.
Well, that was over in a trice, wasn't it? The new spinner of Graded Carrot Requiem definitely looks strong, punting both Hypnodisc and Storm 3 clean out of the arena in no time. They qualify for the Annihilator, and they've definitely put the field on notice. Well, now it's time for something a little bit different, as it is the return of the New Blood Championship. Yes, 8 completely brand new machines will be fighting it out in a single elimination head-to-head tournament. The winner will get a seeding and automatic qualification into Robot Wars Omega Series 5. And well, here is the first of our New Blood battles in the first round, as Triton, a machine we've previously seen in both the Wildcard Warriors and the Royal Rumble, and they'll be taking on a machine we have never seen before, the 80s anime J-Rock influence of Bubblegum Crisis, armed with what they say to be a very strong front hinge flipper. Let's get to it.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate. Bit of a clash of eras here, as you know, Triton, of course, I believe Greek mythology, and then Bubblegum Crisis, of course, themed after the cyberpunk anime from the 80s, that takes place in 2030. I think they may be a little bit off in their prediction on what 2030 will really be like, you know, there's only 5 more years left until we get to that time period, but hey-ho. And now Triton is bringing down that trident weapon, but Bubblegum Crisis very low to the ground and lifting Triton up, and Triton, they're upended, they're on their side, and look at this from Bubblegum Crisis. The team said they've been practicing a lot with driving skill, though this is its first match, but they do value driving skill and control above all else. The team greatly inspired by Firestorm, the now retired Firestorm. Of course, you can see them there in the background, eagle-eyed viewers can. right next to the old Diamond Storm, actually. And well, this is going to be a very, very good battle here. A battle of ground game, the big swinging trident weapon, and the controlled front hinge flipper. We don't get many front hinge flippers in Robot Wars Omega. We've had Firestorm, we've had Starship Pain, we've had a few new account Mayhem, even Arrowhead 2 made a brief stop in 2021. But Bubblegum Crisis completely brand new. They want to be the new generation of front hinge flippers. They want to prove that they can be effective. They've not been as effective front hinge flippers as they have been in other Family Robot Wars series, besides all the success stories of Firestorm. And well, Bubblegum Crisis looking to make a change for that here. And I think it's clear what they're trying to do. They are trying to get Triton up out the arena, and they are definitely getting very close. Triton upended on their backs. Bubblegum Crisis again. Look at this, just controlling Triton here. Triton, is Triton gonna go? No, Triton just managing to stay in. That was very, very close here, and I'm impressed by, well, both these machines. We've not seen Triton perform like this, but I'm impressed by Bubblegum Crisis. Getting in that front hinge flipper yet again. Toxic Seahorse bringing down that spiked weapon again, and again, Triton on their backs. First time we've seen Toxic Seahorse in action in Maximum Overdrive, and again, very, very nearly getting Triton clean out the arena. Toxic Seahorse bringing down that weapon. Triton, again, they are struggling here. This is proof Bubblegum Crisis definitely on top. And I think Bubblegum Crisis, again, this is their opportunity to get Triton out of the arena. And they have done. They have flipped Triton out the arena. And well, that is a statement win. It's so rare that we see a front hinge flipper get a machine out of the arena. This new front hinge flipper, Bubblegum Crisis, has done it in its first match. Well, I could definitely say a hurricane is brewing in the war zone tonight. Shoutouts to the one person who's also watched Bubblegum Crisis who would get that reference. Cease.
It's so rare that we see a front hinge flipper getting out of the arena, but Bubblegum Crisis did that in its debut match. I feel we could be looking at a future star of the show. We have one more match until our colossal main event, so let's keep the new blood train going, as we're going to see Epitaph, a powerful spinner we've previously seen in the Tag Team Terror tournament, and they're going to be taking on Elektra, being modelled after Elektra from Arenas of Destruction. Two very different machines, a bit of a styles clash, so hey, let's get to it.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate. So, will either of these machines live up to the impressive debut of Bubblegum Crisis? Well, I don't think Elektra is. First 5 seconds in, the lifter's already gone. Why'd you even bother entering the arena? Epitaph is just mullering them here. Elektra, of course, well, like I said, a video game throwback based on the Arenas of Destruction machine with the same name. The lifter's gone, and well, Epitaph is absolutely mullering them here. And again, another hit into Toxic Seahorse's corner. I mean, that's tough armor. I don't think Toxic Seahorse's hammer axe hybrid's going to be getting through that armor, but Epitaph can definitely rip chunks off it, as we just saw, ripping off that lifting arm. Elektra, they're still moving. Fair play to them. They are still going. They don't have a Shreemek. They definitely won't have one now without the lifter. They are definitely coming at Epitaph with great gusto, though. You got to give them credit for that. And oh, a big bump and a bash there. Oh, until that moment. Well, they were proving their durability until that moment. Flipped up and over by the sheer power of the spinner and Epitaph. Well, this is what we were expecting. This is one awesome looking weapon ripping off the other eye. And well, Elektra has definitely been shocked, haven't they? Oh, Epitaph, they are backing off there. They don't need to do any more damage. The team do fear reliability in the weapon. It has had some unreliability issues in the past, so they're just going to conserve energy. And they're going to leave the further damage to Crimson. Yes, yes, yes. Now that. Well, after dealing with a powerful spinner in Epitaph, they now got to deal with a more powerful one in Crimson, don't they? Oh, this really is not their day, is it? Oh, again, like I said, I would have bothered. More bits and pieces coming off. Oh, Elektra. Oh, if I was them, I just wouldn't have bothered. Oh dear. And Epitaph now. Oh, they're revving up the spinner again! And again comes in for another slam. Oh, there's nothing left of them. There's nothing left. Epitaph backing off for real, showing mercy. Electra. See you around. Cease.
Absolutely mullered. Electra stood no chance at the hands of that ferocious full-body spinner of Epitaph. They go through to the New Blood semi-finals. But now, after seeing some rookies show us what they're made of, it is time for the main event. Wildcard is watching on as it is the number one contenders match for the Undisputed Ultimate Challenge Championship next week. Velociflippa, Hypershock, Dantomkia, 2 flippers, 1 spinner. Oh boy, this is going to be awesome.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate. And I can guarantee that the Wildcard team will definitely be watching on in excitement, in anticipation for this main event, as the winner will get to take on Wildcard. I'm pretty sure all these machines have fought Wildcard at least more than once. So I think in Hypershock's case it'll be the 3rd encounter. Velociflippa, I can't count. And Dantomkia, it'll be the 4th. Maybe a rejuvenation of the rivalry here. Velociflippa gets in underneath Dantomkia though. And I think Hypershock and Velociflippa have formed a pack against Dantomkia. Dantomkia, they're in a lot of trouble. Velociflippa trying to come for a flipping onto Dantomkia. And Hypershock coming in for Ram. And Dantomkia, they seem to be in a lot of trouble here. Of course, Hypershock most successful of these 3 was actually in a series champion. Although Dantomkia, like I said, held the now undisputed Ultimate Challenge Championship for over 1,000 days. The first machine to unify the championship, had such a legendary run, the longest reigning champion in history. That will probably never ever be broken. And while Dantomkia held himself right, but Velociflippa getting in underneath Dantomkia, and again coming in for a flip. Hypershock getting that big spinner in underneath Dantomkia there, and Velociflippa now trying to flip out Hypershock. And it seems that the truce between the two is off. Toxic Seahorse definitely playing with his food there, getting in at Dantomkia. They've definitely done quite a bit of Toxic Seahorse this episode as so far, haven't they? Velociflippa now flips Hypershock, does a barrel roll through the air, and well, Hypershock, Velociflippa, would it be great for Velociflippa to beat a former series champion? And look at that, seeing those new Streamex in action, and trying to get a flipping onto Dantomkia. Dantomkia now in underneath. I think there's a bit of damage to the arena floor. Dantomkia, they're upended. Velociflippa very nearly gets them out. Hypershock comes in for another slam, and they want to get Dantomkia out of the arena. They do, but look at this for Velociflippa. They come in from behind, and Hypershock, from looking to be on their way to getting a title shot, they turn their back turn for too damn long. Andy for Velociflippa, that's where the thing with triple threats. You always kill and keep your eyes on the prize. You leave your eyes go down for, oh, what am I even saying? Your eyes leave the prize for a second, and that happens. And Velociflippa, cheeky as ever, getting in a flipper behind, and they are on their way to the biggest match of their career. And well, I can't believe I'm saying this. Cease. I can't believe I'm saying this, but next week we'll be getting Velociflippa and Wildcard yet again.
Velociflippa came in from behind to flip Hypershock out of the arena. That is a former series champion right there. But Velociflippa was able to defy the odds, and they get, I can't believe I'm saying this, their 4th head-to-head battle with Wildcard. This time with the Undisputed Ultimate Challenge Championship on the line. That is next week. And oh boy, I simply cannot wait. And I'm sure you lot cannot wait either. So if you want to keep in tune for the action, for what is certainly meant to be all hell breaking loose, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. And well, until then, TBB, signing off.